Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Now today is Friday, it's Jummah, but it's also the 15th day of Ramadan. And I can't believe that it's gone by so fast. So we are at the halfway mark. Now, today I'm making a milktart because I can't go Ramadan without at least making one milktart. And it's kind of cold and gloomy today, so it would be really nice. A nice piece of warm milktart at iftar. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my biscuit base. Now in my bowl I've got 250 grams of soft butter. Now you can do margarine as well, and to that I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of oil, and I'm just going to cream that together. Now I'm just going to scrape the sides of my bowl, and then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence or extract, whatever you have. And give that a mix. Then I'm going to add 2 eggs. Now milktart is a bit time consuming, so if you are wanting to make a quicker version, you can do the no bake version. I have posted a recipe before. Okay, so once your butter, sugar, eggs is creamed together well, just going to add your dry ingredients. I've got 2 cups of sifted cake flour as well as 2 cups of sifted self-rising flour. And you're just going to mix that or combine that until you have a nice soft dough. Now you can use your stand mixer as well. Probably will be a bit easier to combine your dough, but if you are using a hand mixer like myself, once your flour is mixed or incorporated, you can just go in with your hands because it is much easier. But as you can see, my dough is coming together. Okay, so now I'm just going to use my hands, clean hands of course, just to bring my dough together. And if you do find that your dough is still a bit too sticky, just add about a tablespoon or 2 of flour at a time. Now if you're measuring your flour in cups, it should be a 250 ml cup. If you're measuring it in grams, it should be about 125 grams. Now as you can see, my dough has come together. I've also didn't need to add any extra flour. So now I'm just going to place this in a cling wrap and put it in the fridge for about 20 minutes. So now, like I said, it's going to go in the fridge for about 20 minutes. Okay, so after allowing my dough to rest for 20 minutes, I've just greased a Pyrex dish with just baking spray or cooking spray. Now you can grease it with butter as well. And you're just going to line your baking dish with the dough. Now you can roll your dough directly on your counter. Just sprinkle some flour so that it doesn't stick. But I'm just going to leave it now. I just like to break off pieces and just place it in your dough. Now you probably will have some extra dough left. Now your extra dough you can place in the fridge, or you can make some coconut tarts or hetzokkies, or any tarts really. Okay guys, so I've lined my Paris dish with my biscuit dough. So now I'm going to place it in the freezer. Now I get a lot of messages from people saying that their biscuit or their base rose to the top, so they end up with an upside down milk tart. But just make sure that it's nice and compact, that you don't have any holes. And another tip is to place it in the freezer for about 30 minutes before you add your filling. Okay guys, so while my dough is chilling in the freezer, I'm going to start by making my filling. Now to a bowl, I'm going to add 1 tin of full cream condensed milk. Now if you don't have condensed milk, I've got a recipe on my channel using just full cream milk. But today I decided to make the condensed milk version. So I'm going to add full tin to a bowl. And then usually I would add 3 tins of boiling water. But today I thought I would do half and half. So I'm going to do 1.5 tins of boiling water. I'm just going to try to get all the milk out of the can. So I'm going to do another half a can, so it's 3 cans in total. So if you're doing only boiling water, you would do 3 cans of boiling water. Like I said, I'm going to do half and half. So I've got 1.5 tins of the water, and to that I'm going to add 1.5 tins of milk, full cream milk. I'm just going to give that a stir just until the condensed milk has dissolved. Now to that I'm going to add a few pieces of cinnamon sticks, which is optional. And then I've got about 4 cardamom pods. Now if you have fine cardamom powder, then you can use that. Then I'm just going to set that aside just until it's cooled down before I add it to my eggs. Because my eggs will curdle. So just to recap, it's a full tin of sweetened full cream condensed milk, and then you can add 3 tins of boiling water, or you can do what I did, half water and half milk. You can add cinnamon sticks, which is optional because I'm going to remove it, and you can just use fine cinnamon, and in place of the cardamom pods you can use fine cardamom powder. Now in this bowl I've got about 8 eggs, and to that I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and I'm just going to beat that up. So once your eggs is beaten up, I'm just going to start by adding about a cup of the milk. Also my oven is preheating at 180 degrees Celsius. Now because I don't want the cardamom pods or the cinnamon inside of my mixture, but of course you can bake it with the cardamom and the cinnamon, I'm just going to strain it. Now you could also add about a few drops of almond essence if you like a almond taste. So now I'm just going to pour my mixture straight onto my pan. All the ingredients and measurements will be in the description box below the video, as well as if you don't have condensed milk and you only want to use full cream milk, I will leave a link to that video and you can always just use that filling and use the space. Now I'm just going to dot mine or add a few pieces of butter, which is of course optional. And I'm going to give it a light dusting of cinnamon. So now this is going to go into the oven for about 50 to 60 minutes. But for the first 30 minutes, I'm going to place it on the bottom shelf in my oven. So I'm only going to bake it from the bottom for the first 30 minutes. And after that, I will remove it and place it in the center so the top bakes. Okay guys, so I removed my milk tart from the oven. Now I just had some leftover dough as you saw, and I just made about 6 individual ones. Now the large milk tart baked for about 60 minutes and the smaller ones was in for about 40 minutes. It's quite warm at the moment, so I'm not able to cut it, but as soon as I do, I will insert some pictures. Please give this video a like, I would really appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new. If you haven't already, click the bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.